What's up, my bronies? My brony baloney brothers. How you guys doing? It's good to see you. My God. What's going on, people? So we're doing a little bit of a live show today. It's good to talk to all you guys. I always miss my baloney brothers, my brony bros, dude. You're a pink brony bro, and you dance at the gay club. Oh my God, we're just having fun on the stage in our hooves. I'm wearing a man thong. Anyway, so we're pulling up a few pieces of info, getting the chat up and ready, and feeling good like we knew we would. Give me 1 second. Give me one more moment. Yeah, give me a few more seconds, you guys. My brony bros. My pink brony bros. No, I am the Tin Man. E.T. says, Ice Ice baby, yo. Stop, collaborate, and listen. Ice is back with a brand new invention. What's going on, my bony bros? Hell yeah, bro. You're a pink brony bro, and you dance at the gay club. Oh my God. Thank you guys for tapping the like button, though. It does help the channel grow. Yeah, the more likes we get, the better. Anything you guys could do to help. But yeah, help me hit 10K as well for subscribership. More subscribers, the better. Let's go. Let's get into it. So yeah, we're going to react to a little more Jeffrey Epstein. Give me a moment. Give me just a moment. I'm pulling up a couple different pieces of info. We're looking up a little bit of Epstein. Here we go, dude. Someone's getting fired for this. Let's see. Protect your wealth. Epstein's royal emails exposed in new doc dump. Oh, hell yeah. Damn, bro. I want to watch the most recent videos. Yes, I want to watch the most recent ones. Give me a moment. I want to react to something that I haven't reacted to yet. Oh, shit. Okay, hold on. Let's watch this.
The first story that everybody wants or is voting for in the chat is the FBI destroying the Epstein prison footage.
Oh, no way.
What is that, Rob?
Really?
So it turns out, here I have a news article on it.
So they destroyed the footage? Hey, how's it going, Annie? Good to see you on here. Good to see you, E.T. Good to see everybody here. I appreciate everybody. You guys are pink brony bros, and you dance at the gay club. Oh, my God. What, just having fun on the stage. And
turns out that the the FBI may have destroyed the tapes of Jeffrey Epstein's jail cell.
Okay, let me read it and we'll get into it. So, Epstein files reveal FBI authorized destruction of master copy prison footage in 2024. Page 11. Is this it, Rob?
Yes, sir.
Go for it.
New documents show the FBI destroyed its master copy of surveillance video from the night Jeffrey Epstein died before public demands for its release grew.
I can't believe that. That's so sketchy. That is so sketchy because that makes us even more suspicious of the FBI and the government itself. Don't destroy evidence. Why would you destroy that evidence? That makes zero fucking sense. Why would evidence be destroyed if you're not trying to hide something? In this instance, they were trying to hide the fact that either A, they killed him in his cell, or B, they replaced him in his cell. One or the other. That's my theory. That's my opinion, allegedly. It's just an opinion. It's not fact. Just want to make that clear. But that makes it very suspicious. You know, we as the people do not trust the government. We the people do not trust the government right now. And when you see them destroying evidence, that is evidence, in my opinion, of a cover-up. That is evidence that we've been demanding, bro. That is, in my opinion, flat-out evidence of a pure-play cover-up. That's what I feel. That's what I feel.
When the agency later put out footage, it was a screen recording with a 1-minute gap. Officials initially blamed a nightly system reset, but records show that theory was never verified. Congress later released the full video, including the missing minute, which showed nothing unusual. The Justice Department has not commented.
Rob, what is this?
This is a report that came out, I believe, 2 days ago that the FBI destroyed the original master copy of the jail cell video, which may or may not have shown somebody sneaking into Epstein's jail cell on the day of his death.
How do you process that, Tom?
Well, the FBI is the nation's highest, most elite law enforcement. When we have things across state lines, when we have things that are major frauds, they partner with the SEC on major financial fraud. But here you have the highest, the elite.
Nothing much, Jay. How you doing, bro?
Is actually destroying evidence.
It's good to
not
see you,
preserving evidence. I'm shocked. I'm absolutely.
Yeah, you should not be destroying the master copy. Not be just no. Ugh. Especially something like that, dude. That is crucial evidence. Why would you destroy crucial evidence? It just feels like a cover-up. The more I look into this, the more I'm feeling like the FBI is trying to cover something up. That's my problem here. And I don't trust the FBI, man. I do not trust the FBI here. At all.
Shocked. This kind of takes it back to when the FBI, and now we've seen it, 60 years later, how there was evidence from the Kennedy assassination that was not preserved, that is missing. And what it leads to is the public, and I'm part of that, just doubting. It's like, how can you have faith in an organization that's supposed to be...
Oh, yeah. I firmly believe there's a cover-up going on. I don't know what they did to Epstein. I don't know if they killed him. I don't know if they replaced him out of his cell. I don't know if he actually just committed suicide. It's tough to say, but I mean, the more they cover it up, the guiltier they look. The more the FBI covers this up, by the way, destroying evidence is a cover-up. The FBI, I firmly believe the FBI is not here to reveal the truth. I believe they're here to conceal the truth. The FBI is a rotten organization to the core. Kash Patel needs to be fired. I cannot stand Kash Patel. I think he is the worst. Kash Patel and Pam Bondi, I want to see either their resignations on my desk, or I want Donald Trump to fire both of them. They are incredibly incompetent. I can't stand the FBI. So sick and tired of the FBI, bro. Sick and tired. If you guys are sick and tired of the FBI too, please subscribe to the channel. It does help the channel grow. Let's keep going.
Investigating one of the most significant crimes we have of the most
This is
significant
wild.
player in this insane,
Tish, you think he's around? I think he is, too.
scandalous, horrible, multi-level crime operation that apparently that was going on on that island. And the guy that gets killed, the evidence isn't preserved.
When
Pat,
was this destroyed?
It just destroys my faith in the law enforcement.
When
that's
was this
entrusted.
destroyed, Rob?
I believe.
First off, you should have never had trust in the FBI. Ever, ever, ever. I've never trusted the FBI. Period. End of story. They're a shady organization. I think the FBI is just there to cover up crimes that the elites commit. I really do. That's my theory. I don't trust the FBI. Why should you? Why should anybody? Obviously, you got to respect it as a federal organization, but that's about the extent of it. I don't trust the FBI as far as I could throw them. Thank you guys for tapping the like button, though. Helps if you guys do tap the like button, it really does help us grow quite a bit. So the simple act of liking this stream really does go a long way. So please don't forget to tap the like button. Like I said, the more likes we get, the better. It really does help the channel grow in a lot of ways. So I want to thank you guys for being contributors. So the more likes we get, the better. So tap that like button right now. Tap it. Tap that like button. If you tap that like button, it really helps us grow. It helps push us out on the YouTube algorithm even further. And then that way I can annoy more people I've never even met before,
According
which will
to
be
the
really fun.
emails, it looks like it was destroyed the day or the day after Epstein's death.
So it says in June 2024, an FBI agent was granted authorization to destroy an evidence item labeled 1B60. 1B60, which turned out to be the master copy of the prison surveillance video from Epstein's final hours. The FBI described this destruction as routine because the underlying criminal case was closed and the evidence was considered no longer pertinent. Later,
I think that's pretty pertinent, man. I still think it should have been kept, to be honest. It just feels like a cover-up after cover-up as a cover-up. I think it needs to, that, especially, it's just like, the master copy should have still been there because the case was not closed. The FBI, they're trying to play dumb like, oh, he died, so no more case here. Don't you guys want to investigate why he died? Don't you guys want to look into it just a little bit further? Everything about this smells like a cover-up. I smell the stench of what would be called a cover-up.
when the Justice Department needed the footage, again in 2025, they did not have the original master copy, so they worked to reconstruct footage from a secondary system recording. The reconstructed video has a gap of about 62 seconds that wasn't captured. But who destroyed it and when?
They destroyed it 2 days after he died.
Who's they?
The FBI authorized.
What is this FBI agent's name? Do we know?
They don't. It's redacted in the files right here. It's the black bars in this email.
So
names
XYZ advised. Rob, can you please read the blue?
Sure. Redacted advised that the only one hard drive of the camera system was working at the time of the incident on August 10th, 2019. When a DVR went bad, none of the cameras recorded. There was a system failure of DVR2 on July 29th, 2019, and the motherboard failed on DVR2 on August 8th of 2019. The hard drive...
That is... I'm sorry. That is too much... That is too much of a coincidence. After the incident was asked about the cameras, there were 2 new hard drives to install, but installing the new hard drives would mean that all prior data would be lost. The warden wanted it. That is so interesting how it all tends to have. I mean, I don't believe in coincidences in this instance. Oh my God, I smell cover up. I think the system's broken. I really believe that the system is broken, bro. I believe it. Tishley, it does feel like a cover-up. Absolutely. And I do not blindly trust the government at all. Like, if anything, I totally distrust the government. More than most people. Like, I do not trust the federal government to save my life. Like, I just don't. And I don't know how anybody could, to be quite honest, to be quite frank. I don't know how anybody could. So let's keep watching.
Failure occurred on August 10th, the same day Epstein died, 2019. After the incident, Redacted was asked about the cameras. There were 2 new hard drives to install, but installing the new hard drives would mean that all prior data would be lost. The warden wanted video, and so Redacted was told to start working on the system. Redacted started removing the bad drives in order to rebuild the DVR. Redacted advised that an FBI agent was the one who pulled out the DVR.
Oh shit, we got Optimus Prime in the house. Optimus Prime is in the house sending a message to any surviving Autobots. We are here. We are waiting. I am Optimus Prime, and I send this message to any surviving Autobots. We are here. We are waiting. I cannot do the Optimus Prime voice very well, but I try. I'm Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime. I don't know, that's terrible. That's not a good Optimus Prime. Bumblebee.
Redacted also advised that he knew that by replacing
Megatron. No, let me see if I can do that. Megatron did it.
both hard drives, the system would be wiped, and that he had advised personnel at MCC of that.
Could we take a second?
So they knew what they were doing 2 days later.
Tom, thank you for saying that. Can we just all...
Thank you guys for tapping the like button. If you guys can right now, tap the like button. It helps the channel grow. We're trying to reach as many likes as possible before we have to end the stream for the rest of the evening. I'm really excited. Super stoked.
For 1 second, get on the same page. Why? Why would the FBI do that? So 2 things one of these has to happen. Either he was removed, meaning cameras down, footage, everything, get him out, put a body in there, and just say, oh, it was Epstein because they fumbled everything, pal. Or number 2, someone came in, killed him, and then they left, and they don't want to show it. So let me just, really fast, Pat, this is why people have questions like me all the time.
Yeah, people are, especially when evidence is just being... There's too many coincidences here. There's too many things going on. And and the more we look into it, the more we think... The more we smell cover-up, and... what's the word? Cover-up. And I can't... You can't blame people for being extremely skeptical at this point.
When he tried to kill himself on July 23rd, that footage was accidentally deleted. Okay, he said himself he was assaulted and he did not commit attempt suicide. Then again, against protocol, they moved him out of suicide watch and 6 days into unit without constant monitoring. On the night he died, the guards missed the 3 a.m. and the 4 a.m. rounds. They apparently fell asleep and browsed the internet. Both later admitted they falsely recorded
what?
Records for that night.
Okay. Wow. Dude, that's so crazy. So, this is cover-up after cover-up after cover-up. This is cover-up squared. This is the shadiest shit. This is the shadiest shit I've ever seen. So fucking shady. I'm Slim Shadiest. I'm the real shady. All the FBI cover-ups are making me hesitatey.
Cellmate was removed 2 days before he died. Protocol again messed up. 1 day before his death, he made an unmonitored phone call, violating prison policy, claiming he was calling his mother. By the way, she'd been dead for years. And then the cameras malfunctioned, all right? And then the jail itself hadn't...
That's crazy, dude. So many things were going wrong with this. Yeah, this is extremely sketchy, man. In situations like this, I do not believe in coincidences. I believe that there was malintent, and either they killed him or they switched out the body. And when I say switched out the body, I mean if Epstein... By the way, people think that Epstein is still alive. People believe that Epstein is still alive. And honestly, at this point, I can't say I blame the conspiracy theorists for thinking that. I'm starting to think it's more likely. I don't know what the probability is. I mean, we could look at Polymarket. You guys want to look at Polymarket real quick? Let's do it. Hold on. Okay, so we're going to go to Polymarket real quick, and Jeffrey Epstein confirmed to be alive before 2027. Polymarket says a 6% chance. Originally, it was down to 2%, 2.6% chance for yes. The odds are increasing to 6%. Here's some of the comments on here. They're saying, I believe he's alive, although I don't think the media will confirm that. Is he not logged into Fortnite right now? His Fortnite account was online in Israel. This is a prime example of betting on people's perception of reality and not really. Yeah, here's the thing. I don't know. Even if he was alive, I think that the media would do everything to cover it up. That's what I think. So Polymarket says, 6%, I'm not going to lie, in this instance is relatively high for this kind of situation. I mean, this goes to prove that people do not trust the FBI. And you know what's funny? How much do you guys want to bet that this number is going to increase from like 6% to 40%? And by the way, never underestimate the people of 4chan and Reddit to hack into this shit and learn as much as they can. There's going to be more revealed. I have a feeling. And it's getting serious, dude. It's getting serious.
Seen a death in 21 years. Okay, and then there's a 4chan post by prison guard.
It's funny that they just mentioned 4chan after I mentioned 4chan and Redditors. It's great.
Roberto
I love it.
Grivalva made hours after Epstein died, claiming Epstein was wheeled out, shackled in a wheelchair the night before. An unauthorized...
He was in a wheelchair the night before and shackled out? Are you kidding me? So they did. So you're saying they actually replaced him? That 4chan post is saying it. I mean, it's an anonymous post, so we can only take it as far as we could go with it.
Trip van arrived without logging in, and a person inside was wearing an army uniform. Think about that. And then the crime scene was destroyed immediately after he was killed. Our inmates reported hearing...
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of inside jobs going on with this one. There's a lot of inside jobs here. Scary. Crazy. Wild.
Shrieks from his cell that night. Official dismissed the reports. His body was found near-seated, kneeling position with his body...
if you guys can, though, please tap the like button. If you guys love Donald Trump as much as I do, please like the stream. If you guys think that Epstein is still alive, please like the stream. If you guys think that Epstein was a piece of shit, please tap the like button. Let's keep going.
1 or 2 inches off the floor, ligature around his neck. The marks didn't match the bed sheet. Pat, all of this aligns to either they shut the camera off or they deleted it. Somebody came in, grabbed him, they put a body in there, and they were like, all right, clean the scene up and leave. So then when people like me go, dude, the guy might be alive, because they never released an actual photo of him at Kha.
Yeah, and it sucks because they leave it to where we wonder. All we can do is speculate and speculate, and they tell us, don't speculate. But yet, how can we not speculate when there's so much evidence destruction going on here? When there is evidence destruction, I have no other choice but to speculate, all right?
It was always from the side, and he had a hook nose. And as everybody could see, he doesn't. That's not the facial structure of Epstein. None of it makes sense. The only thing, and then when people like us go, wait a minute, are they lying to us? Then you put these facts in, and then they call us crazy. It doesn't.
Yeah, I'm starting to think that, here's the thing. Conspiracy theorists, I think a lot of them, I mean, if you're a flat earther, you're an idiot. But other than that, the Epstein conspiracy theorists out there, the Pedo Island conspiracy theorists, a lot of us owe you an apology, including myself, because I did think that some of the theories were kind of crazy. I was like, some of these are a little too crazy for me to digest. It sounds like something out of a Hollywood movie. Turns out, maybe those Hollywood movies were inspired by Epstein's Island to begin with. Now I'm starting to wonder, because Hollywood seems to have close ties with guys like Epstein. Yeah, there's a rotten Hollywood, there's a rotten government, and I don't trust either. Judah. Let's see. Vacation Time says, we were told Iraq had WMDs and we invaded them. Turns out they did not have weapons. Yep. Exactly.
By the way, when this happened, the sitting president was Biden, and the sitting FBI director was Chris Wray. Just so you know that.
Weird.
It's important.
Give me one moment. Looks like my boy Nate Dogg sent me a photo. Oh, we got Michael Saylor here. Hold on. What's Michael? I'm going to react to a Michael Saylor clip that my boy Nate Dogg sent me.
If Bitcoin falls 90% for the next 4 years, we'll refinance the debt.
Oh my God, no way.
Refinance where, Michael?
Yeah, where are you going to
We'll
refinance?
just roll it forward. I mean, again.
But you think banks would lend to you at that point?
No, banks are not lending to you, Michael Saylor.
Because the volatility of Bitcoin is such that there's always going to be value. Look, you're at 68,000 right now. Literally has to fall to 8,000. Then we just refinance the debt. If you think it's going to zero, then we'll deal with that. But I don't think it's going to zero.
Michael Saylor might be the most delusional man in the world. This is something that my buddy Nate Dogg sent me from Reddit. Hold on, let's listen to that one more time. I'm speechless. Michael Saylor is so delusional about Bitcoin, it blows my mind. I honestly, because Michael Saylor is such a cocky piece of shit about something that has zero intrinsic value, I want Bitcoin to go down to zero so badly.
If Bitcoin falls 90% for the next 4 years, we'll refinance the debt.
You refinance where, Michael?
Yeah, where?
We'll just roll it forward.
Where?
I mean, again.
But you think banks would lend to you at that point?
They're not.
Yeah, because
Why?
Because the volatility of Bitcoin is such that there's always going to be value.
Oh no,
Look,
there's no value.
68,000 right now.
It's
Literally
zero
has to
intrinsic.
fall to 8,000, then we just refinance the debt. If you think it's going to zero, then we'll deal with that. But I don't think it's going to zero, and I don't think it's going to 8,000 either. But the credit risk is de minimis at this point.
Okay, I always thought that Michael Saylor was a smart dude who just believed in a bad idea. I think Michael Saylor might be completely tarded. I think Michael Saylor might be the dumbest man alive. His faith in literally, it's the cult of Bitcoin. I call Michael Saylor's faith in Bitcoin, really, it's just a cult. Michael Saylor's goal is to become a cult leader. That's my assumption, and that's my belief. I believe Michael Saylor wants to be a cult leader, and he wants Bitcoin to be the catalyst. And thank you guys for tapping the like button. It really does help us grow. So please tap the like button if you guys think that Michael Saylor is a grifter and you think that Bitcoin is going to zero. Please tap the like button. If you guys think that Epstein is a total piece of shit, tap the like button. If you guys think that there's a cover-up with these Epstein files, with this whole Epstein situation to begin with, because I believe there is, please tap the like button.
Know that when that took place. Adam.
So here's what's going on in my mind. There seems to be all the stories regarding Epstein when he's in prison. Like there's a missing minute. Now things are being deleted.
Well, they were.
The cops are falling asleep. This is why people have so many questions. And this.
Yeah, I'm filled with nothing but doubt, dude. I am legitimately filled with only doubt. Doubt and more doubt. I am filled with so much doubt right now. Why would I believe? Why would I believe the government? Why the fuck would I believe the government in any way, shape, or form? Tell me why.
Story will not die. So what's the thing you talk about? Hanlon's razor?
But you guys don't... Occam's razor. I think maybe it's Occam's razor that he's wanting to talk about here. Keep it simple, stupid, I think.
What's the definition of that? Never attribute to malice.
Oh, never mind. Never mind. This is an entirely different thing he's talking
Can
about.
be explained by stupidity.
Or mistake.
Either it's malice or stupidity. It could be both. It could be a mixture of both. It could be malice and stupidity at the same time, but I have a feeling it's either or. It's either just pure mishandling of the evidence, or I think it's malice. I'm 80%, 90% confident it's just malice. That's what I feel. The Dow is over $50,000, Pam Bondi. Yeah, dude, that was so ridiculous. Pam Bondi's so stupid. Do you guys, by the way, if you guys think that Pam Bondi just deserves to be fired at this point, please tap the like button. If you guys think that, Epstein was just the worst human being of all time, tap the like button, man. I just think the whole thing's crazy, man. The more I look into this stuff, the more I'm just like, I don't even know anymore, man. I don't even know what to say. I don't know. I'm just kind of left speechless at the end of the day.
everyone that's in charge of the jail and the prisons and the DOJ is just bumbling, fumbling idiots, or there's genuine malice going on here. It can't be.
And like I said, I think it's malice. At the end of the day, I do think it's malice, and more malice. I really do. They cannot fire Bondi. She also knows too much. They do not want her to take. Oh, okay. Well, here's the thing. They need to fire Bondi. They need to fire Pam Bondi. Just fire her. She is so awful, dude. She is so bloody incompetent. She sucks. She's a 19-year-old sorority girl at this point. That you could honestly take a 19-year-old sorority girl, put her in Pam Bondi's place, and not even know the fucking difference.
Be both. Can you just
You wouldn't know
be
the difference.
dumbling, fumbling, mumbling idiots who are also trying to cover up everything? That's the challenge I have here. Pick a lane, guys. Either be like, yep, we cleaned it all up. Sorry, nothing to see here. Or we're absolute buffoons. We're running the government.
But
that's the problem.
But you remember, it was about a year and a half ago, and we were on the old set, and you were like, guys, nobody cares. On the list of priorities of Americans, blah, blah, blah. And here we are a year and a half later, Adam.
Yep. Everybody cares about these Epstein files, bro. Everybody. Anybody who said... We owe an apology to the conspiracy theorists, by the way. The conspiracy theorists are owed a full-out apology at this point.
It's the number one talk thing about... Now, by the way, and it's not going to stop. It's going to keep going because it's the latter. Adam, they're covering up because there's billionaires, there's powerful people.
Millionaires and billionaires and millionaires and billionaires. Oh, God. Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders sucks, dude. I'm not a fan of communists. I think that communism sucks. Socialism sucks. They're terrible ideas. They're also antique ideas that just never work. And anytime their concepts get fully injected into a society, the society tends to fall apart. And those societies are not well documented, sadly, because, well, those societies were dumb.
He was extremely powerful. He worked with the CIA. He worked with Mossad. All these people, he did all these favors, and then he's in jail. It's not so far-fetched to go, hey, listen.
You guys don't forget to tap the like button. The more likes we get, the better. I'm trying to get 1 like for every 30 seconds. I'm trying to get 1 like. So don't forget to tap the like button. Like I said, 1 like per 30 seconds is the goal. So we're trying to see if we could be the most liked channel in the universe. So please tap the like button if you love us. Even if you don't love us, I hope you guys tap the like button anyway. Let's keep going.
We're going to arrest you because we have to arrest you. We're going to make it look, the cameras are going to do this, the guards are going to sleep, we're going to look like you killed yourself, and then we're going to send your ass off to another country, grow a beard, and live somewhere else. It's not that hard. Adam, it's not that hard. Guess what? When we do this, the FBI deleted it. Fact. Okay? Kash Patel is saying, there's nothing's here. BS. And now we know, and guess what?
Yeah, we don't trust Kash Patel as far as we could throw him, dude. Kash Patel is a total... I don't trust him at all, dude. Yeah, I don't trust Kash Patel for shit, dude.
We can't do nothing about it. Nothing about it.
By the way, tap the like button if you guys think that Kash Patel needs to get fired. Tap the like button if you think Pam Bondi needs to get fired. If you guys love Trump as much as I do, please tap the like button. Let's go.
You don't even have to go that deep, Vinny.
I
respect what you're saying, and I follow that line of thought in a lot of ways. But you don't even have to go that deep. The 1 minute is exactly the time when an assassin would need to get in to do it.
For sure.
And medical examiners around the U.S. all said, the limited pictures are there. If that's not a stage picture and this isn't here, then that doesn't really line up with this kind of a death. So you have medical examiners saying, shouldn't we look at this? This doesn't look right. And then you have the minute missing of exactly the time to get someone in there. Just stop right there.
Yeah, you're right.
Just stop right there and then say, why would you erase the hard drive, or would you do things to erase it? Remember, they erased a hard drive.
This is pure play cover-up. If you guys don't believe it's a cover-up, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you, bro. It just reeks of cover-up, man. It reeks of cover-up, straight up. Yeah, and I really don't trust anything I'm being told about this either.
In 1963
and why
in
should
Dallas, Texas, and his name was Lee Harvey Oswald.
Yeah.
Right? If you think
Judge
of it that
Jeanine,
way,
hell
when
yeah.
you lose evidence at the exact appropriate moment, I mean, come on.
And when you do stuff like this, and then you have people like us.
But yeah, you guys, don't forget to tap the like button. It does help us grow. We are a smaller channel, and we're trying to make more of a footprint on YouTube. So the simple act of tapping the like button really does help the channel grow. And I do want to thank every single person for tapping the like button. It does help in more ways than you could ever imagine. So don't forget to tap the like button. The like button is one of the big things that if people press it, man, it goes a long way for this channel. So don't forget to tap the like button. If you can, subscribe. But more importantly, we're trying to rack up as many likes as we can on this particular video. We're trying to expose the Epstein stuff. We're trying to discuss it. We're trying to make it more prevalent. So the more we can, the more we can show, the more likes we get on this stream, the more we could show the interest in the Epstein files as well. So that way, we can encourage more creators to create Epstein coverage, because I think the Epstein files need to be more revealed. I think we need to keep combing through. Keep on combing through, internet. Let's go, dude.
They call
Keep
us
on
crazy.
combing.
It's like when you have a pizza shop in Washington, and the owner and Podesta and his brother are all talking weird stuff about $60,000 worth of pizza and kids, and bring the kids in the hot tub and everything. And then we're called crazy. No, you guys.
Yeah, we owe the conspiracy theorists an apology. However, I do think that this guy is utterly insane. Like, I do have every time I listen to this guy, I do get kind of annoyed. I mean, he does make points, but he gets so angry so easily, and it's like, dude, calm the fuck down, bro.
You guys are crazy.
Calm the fuck down.
Because you're horrible at covering up your crap.
I mean, he is right about these conspiracy theories for sure, but he gets too heated. So heated to where it's actually kind of annoying, and the more heated he gets, the more I'm just like, I tune him out.
Evil at the end, Pat. When you talk about bad policies have bad consequences, your stupid, evil, demonic selves are going to show yourselves.
Hey, Pat, take a look here.
Light always wins.
Rob just ran this. Let Pat talk.
Sorry.
Look.
Hey guys, don't forget to tap the like button. If you guys love Donald Trump as much as I do, please tap the like button. If you guys want JD Vance 2028, tap the like button. Let's go.
Rob just ran this poll.
I saw it.
That's
yes, 52% believes he's still alive.
Wow, 52% of the people on Pat Bet David's little live stream said that 52% believe he's still alive. That's crazy, dude.
44% believe he was killed. 5% believe he killed himself. Suicide.
So nobody thinks he killed himself. Can I just respond to Vinny real quick? By the way, I'm with you on how passionate you are. Don't misconstrue me not making this a top 3 issue in my life.
You said the country doesn't. You said nobody cares. Nobody. And now look at how, Adam, what's the number one thing right now?
I'm going to give you
the stock market. Everybody's like, the stock market. Nobody gives a damn. It's perverted, pedophile, probably cannibals, probably disgusting demons are running the show.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's crazy. That is wild to think about, that we're probably being ran by a bunch of PDF files. The government is likely ran by several different PDF files, and that's what we have to acknowledge. It sucks.
I'm with you. I'm gonna talk
so
slowly.
it's not you.
I'm going to say allegedly, though. Allegedly, we're being ran by PDF files.
I'm going to talk slowly, so I'm with you right now. It's not just me. It's the data. 6 months ago, we ran the data. They said, what are the top issues that everybody in the country is focused on? And it showed 1 for Epstein. Like, I'm talking the entire country. And we go, 1%? And they go, no, 1 person had this in their top 3. So 2 things can be true at once.
Okay.
Everyone is worried about the border, immigration, their pockets, affordability, their family. Like, that is the number 1 issue for everybody. Separately, we could also want answers on what's going on with Epstein. 2 things can be true at once.
I absolutely want answers, dude.
Whether this is
I want bloody answers, bro. I want as many answers as we could get.
My number 1 story,
Come on,
or
man.
not my number 1 story, is irrelevant. People want accountability. I totally get that. But none of this is affecting genuine people's lives.
Yeah, go ahead,
Last
go ahead.
thing. Something that I focus on, maybe some people can use this little trick. It's sort of a Venn diagram. It's things that matter and things that you can control. And where you should focus are where those 2 things intersect. We have no control over Epstein.
No, but this is.
Do we have control over Epstein and the
Adam,
documents?
Then if that's the case,
Pam Bondi can't even do it.
If that's the case, what the hell are we doing a podcast for?
I'm not
You think you
saying-
have control over the stock market? You think you have control over, Bad
don't.
Bunny? You think you have? This is called a discussion for the audience to sit there and they want to see what different people's opinions
Yes.
are. What
We
I'm
should
saying,
discuss it.
I understand.
But we're not investigating.
I understand having.
Yeah, I mean, Pat Bet David's show is no different than my show, except for I just sit here alone in my room. I've been sitting here trying to find myself. I get behind myself.
We're not having control. We're reacting to the different stories that are coming up.
a new Faith Over Fear hat is coming soon to a theater near you. But I just wanted to. This morning I was listening to Billy Graham, which Pat, you told me to listen to him. You're like, Vinny, dive in and listen to him. So I'm getting ready in the morning. I'm just listening to Billy.
I don't want to hear. Oh God, we'll play it. I really don't want to hear Vinny pitch a product. I really don't. I can't stand Vinny. I can't stand. The entire Pat Bet David podcast sucks so much ass. Let's watch it.
Graham, and he said something that I hadn't heard in a while, and it was the Apostle Thomas. When Jesus rose from the dead, Thomas wasn't there to see the resurrection. So Thomas goes, I'll believe that he rose if I get to put my hands in his wounds and in his side. So then he finally sees Jesus, and he goes in there. He goes, God, Thomas, God, put your hands in here. And Jesus looks at him and goes, because you have seen me, you believe. Blessed of those who haven't seen me and still believe. And in that moment, Tom, it hit me. He's talking about us, okay? We weren't there. We didn't see Jesus walk. We didn't see him die. We didn't see him rise from the dead, but we believe, and that is faith in real time. And he's talking about us. And the last one, you mentioned the story about the Nigeria that we're sending 200 troops. Trump is sending 200 troops. They're saying they're not going to do anything crazy, but think about that. Think about the priests. Think about the parishioners in those churches that were bombed and murdered and slaughtered, and they were in.
Okay, I don't want to hear Vinny anymore. Vinny sucks. All right, let's see here. I just can't stand Vinny. I think it's like a personality conflict or something like that. I just can't stand Vinny. Oh, God, Pat Bet David keeps coming up. Fuck it. Oh, God. I really can't stand Pat Bet David, dude. I just can't. But let's just watch it anyway. Uncle Jeffrey, bro.
Goldman Sachs lawyer Kathy Ruemmler to resign over Epstein links. What they forget to tell you is this was Obama's main lawyer when Obama was president. She was the main counsel. So the way they wrote...
Oh, if you guys can, don't forget to tap the subscribe button. The more subscribers we get, the better. It does help us grow. We're trying to get to 8,200 subscribers by the end of this stream, or more, preferably more. But we're on the road to 10,000 subs, and I want to say I appreciate each and every one of you guys. But yeah, no, I love you guys. I want to thank you guys for being so incredible and just awesome. You guys make this channel go round. You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, right round, round, round. You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby.
But the title makes you seem like they're taking a shot at who? At David Solomon.
Yep.
And they're taking a shot at Goldman. By the way, Rob, can you copy-paste her name and just go ask, who is she? Okay? Or go to her profile, LinkedIn, whatever you want to go to. There you go. Go a little bit lower, if you could. Zoom in.
Lower.
Zoom in, Rob.
Whoops.
So,
Too
there
low.
you go.
Too low.
She was White House counsel.
Who's Kathy Ruemmler? I don't know who that is. I got zero clue who this is, but let's keep
to
watching.
President Obama. But no,
wait, she loved Uncle Jeffrey Epstein? She resigned from this position on February 12th, 2026 over links to Jeffrey
Goldman
Epstein.
Sachs.
Okay.
What do you think is bigger? White House, what storyline is a bigger storyline? White House counsel to President Barack Obama fired due to ties to Epstein. And Rob, what came out in the Epstein files about her and Epstein? The way they were speaking was very mushy, like the relationship is a little bit.
She referred to him as Uncle Jeffrey. I have a newscast where they talk
Uncle Jeffrey, bro. Uncle frickin' Jeffrey. Yeah, Vinny sucks, though. Vinny's just so frustrating,
about the
dude.
gifts that she received as well, if you'd like me to play.
Go ahead.
I think Vinny's just annoying because all he does is yell. Vinny is a male Karen, and that's my problem with Vinny. He's so overly emotional about every single topic. Look, it's okay to express emotion, but don't go to, there's a certain type of emotion where I think it just becomes theatrical, and Vinny just feels like it. Unless Vinny's just a crazy person, which he kind of is. He gets so overly emotional about everything, and it's such a turnoff. And one of the big reasons I can't stand the Pat Bet David podcast is because of Vinny alone. Vinny just makes things shittier. Also, Adam sucks ass too. Adam is so fucking annoying. Adam and Vinny are the two worst things about the PBD podcast. And also, I'm not a big fan of Pat Bet David either. I think he's kind of a grifter. I'm just not really a fan of the whole podcast, but they do tend to talk about topics that my show is unfortunately talking about. And so they kind of coincide. They kind of run parallel together.
Rob.
We begin here at 11 with breaking news. There is new fallout amid the release of the Epstein files. The top lawyer at Goldman Sachs.
Oh, no, I'm watching it because their coverage. They're covering the same thing I am, and I'm reacting to it. It's still a shitty show, by the way.
Kathy Ruemmler is stepping down after emails.
By the way, me watching this show makes my show shittier.
So showed that she had a close relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. Ruemmler was also White House counsel to former President Barack Obama. Okay. Newly released documents show that she called Epstein Uncle Jeffrey and accepted luxury gifts from the disgraced financier. Her resignation takes effect June 30th, and in a statement, Ruemmler said in part, "My responsibility is to put Goldman Sachs' interest first." The company's CEO said, "She will be missed. I accepted her resignation, and I respect her decision."
If this had been a conservative, the first two words would have been Trump lawyer quits. Sure. Those would have been the first two words.
For sure, but this is her current role right now, right? That's why they're.
It doesn't matter, Adam.
She got a high-end Hermes bag for $93.50. Mm-hmm. She got multiple bottles of wine, boots, a watch, and other clothing items. In one email, she wrote she was totally tricked out. Jeffrey's boots, handbag, and watch. A Hermes.
Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you guys think that Jeffrey Epstein is the worst human being alive. If you guys love Trump as much as I do, please subscribe. If you guys want a little Vance, JD Vance 2028 with a little bit of Marco Rubio, tap the subscribe button, brah.
Apple Watch
tap
band.
that subscribe, baby.
Which style she wanted.
Let's go.
In a 2018 email, and some reports suggest luxury coats and additional accessories like designer fur, trims, and other gifts. There you go.
I want to know why. Why was he so close to her that he felt he had to swag her up like that? Why? That's what I want to know. What was she?
Jeffrey Epstein probably thought she was hot. That's probably the thing. Jeffrey Epstein was probably thinking, "Oh, yo, I'm gonna trick you up, bro. I'm gonna trick you up." It's probably as simple as that, man. It's probably nothing too glamorous or glorious beyond that.
What was she doing for him?
Nothing crazy.
What work was she doing? He decided, man, I gotta send swag. I just gotta light up her lobby with her assistant dropping all this stuff in.
You're lacking.
Yeah, first off, Jeffrey Epstein was just a smoozer. If you're a person in a high position, he's gonna give you things for free. That's just the way that Jeffrey Epstein operates. He was a professional kiss ass. He was really good at kissing ass and smooching people who had high net worths. And he was good at blackmailing them, too.
Are you discounting her ability to be a lawyer and practice law?
No. I want to know, what was she working on? What projects was she working on?
Well, she exchanged 11,300 emails from 2014 to 2019.
With Epstein?
With Epstein.
14 to 19? 11,000?
11,300.
Was she working with Obama at the time?
Kathy Obama.
14 she was.
From 2014 to 2019. That's one direct message on 70% of the days. And then banking billionaire Ariane de Rothschild sent or received 5,500 emails, while former Treasury Secretary Larry Summers exchanged 4,300 emails. So this is,
Epstein was into the Obama administration at least, 2013, 14, until he left office in January of 17. At least that. There's the overlap. We have the dates. Summers was his Treasury guy?
Crazy.
This is his lawyer?
This is crazy, bro.
So here's what I think is going on, because you asked about grading Pam Bondi and whether Trump is going to address this or now or kick the can down the road.
Yeah, I heard Rothschild in there. Yeah.
I think Trump is going to kick the can down the road. By the way, he's not kicking the can down the road on anything else. Tariffs,
Crazy.
Border,
Crazy.
Greenland, Gulf of America. Pick an issue, Trump's addressing it. But why isn't Trump addressing this? And why is this on Pam Bondi? Here's my opinion. It's kind of like the Cleveland Browns. Systemically horribly bad football team.
Absolutely.
They draft Shador Sanders.
Absolutely.
He's a average to below average quarterback. And everyone's focusing on him. But nobody's focusing on the fact that for 25 years.
Oh my God, Adam might be actually making a good point. Adam is using a football analogy? Fuck yeah, okay. I'll eat that up.
They've been horrible. They haven't had a good quarterback in decades. They haven't a winning team basically ever. So Pam Bondi, who's been the attorney general for a year, it's kind of like, what have you done for me lately? And everyone's like, come on, Pam, let's go. This is on you. It's like, hold on. Merrick Garland was the attorney general for 4 years. What did he have to do with Epstein under Biden? Before Merrick Garland, there was Bill Barr. Bill Barr, and then you remember Jeff Sessions, and I don't recall, he had to recuse himself. What were they doing during all this? By the way, Bill Barr has been in
We're ran by a bunch of PDF files, allegedly. The government is ran by a bunch of PDF files, allegedly. That's
attorney
crazy.
general in politics so long, he was under the Trump administration and also under the Bush administration attorney general. What does Bill Barr have to say about this? So you have a cast of characters between Loretta Lynch.
Hey, you guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We're really growing. We're trying to get to 10,000 subs as soon as possible. We're on path. We're on pace to getting to 10,000 subscribers, but we can't do it without you guys, so help the channel grow. Please subscribe to the channel. We need you, because I need you, and I want you to tap the subscribe button in the right-hand corner. No, but please, if you guys can, please subscribe to the channel. It does help us grow. We're trying to reach at least 8,200 by the end of the stream. We might be able to do that. But yeah, more subscribers, the better. It does help us grow. It helps us put a larger footprint onto the YouTube algorithm, so I appreciate everybody's efforts. Thank you for tap and subscribe. Let's get back to the show.
Eric Holder, who was under Obama. You have Alberto Gonzalez. Janet Reno under Clinton. This thing has been going on for decades. And they want to put everything on Pam Bondi, who's clearly sort of unequipped to handle all this. But the reality is, it's kind of like blaming Shador Sanders for why Cleveland Browns suck. Your organization
Wait a minute.
and she's just the latest quarterback in a crappy
This is
team.
an interesting
Adam,
analogy,
that mental
man.
yoga, I got to back up on.
I do like that.
You want me to?
Nobody is
say it again?
putting it on. Nobody is putting it on Pam Bondi. We're looking at how she
Everybody's
handled herself
putting it
during
on.
Dot
a
Focus,
hearing.
thank you so much.
You said it, and you're talking to the whole scandal and the
Oh, we got Dot Focus encouraging people to like, subscribe, and like. Hey, thank you so much. Is that Rudy? Rudy, thank you so much for subscribing. Everybody give a shout out to Rudy Armenta, 3512. You're a pink brony bro, and you dance it. Thank you so much for subscribing. Yeah, everybody give a shout out to Rudy Armenta, 3512. I appreciate you, brony. Thank you to everybody who subscribed to the channel. I really do want to say thank you from the deepest, from the bottom of my heart, man. I appreciate everybody who's tapping that subscribe button.
the
Man.
whole thing, and there's some weird, odd football metaphor in there. No one is putting the whole
You don't
calamity
understand how
on Pam
football
Bondi.
works? There's a quarterback,
What they're talking about,
and he's running the team.
Oh, stop! You always
and if
interrupt.
the quarterback
You know something?
sucks,
Stop.
you're going to blame the
stop,
quarterback.
Stop.
But the entire
Stop.
team sucks.
This is a tired
entire
technique.
franchise
And
So you think the
it's such a
entire
tired
Trump
technique, Adam.
team
I think
sucks?
people we should
No,
knock it down.
not true. That's my point.
Unbelievable.
It's the administrations that have been in there
aware of
over
Previously.
What did Bill Barr? Did Bill Barr speak on this?
Well,
Did Eric Holder speak on this?
That's a very good point.
Did Merrick Garland speak on this?
it's
These are the people who have been with the
it's a-
files for years and for
So-
decades,
so-
and you want to put it on Pam Blonde?
By the way, so if you want to play this clip, Rob, because this is a very valid argument to debate, play this clip.
Did you ask Merrick Garland that the
Bingo.
last 4 years? Did you talk about Epstein?
I am reclaiming
at all
my
the
time.
last
I'm
4
glad you're
years?
asking about Merrick Garland.
You don't get to reclaim
because
time
this
when
is
you don't-
bigger than
when you can't-
Watergate.
when I don't answer a question the
this
way you
goes
want.
over 4 administrations. You don't have to go back to Biden. Let's go back to Obama. Let's go back to George Bush. This cover-up spans
Bingo.
decades, and you are responsible for this portion of it.
And that's
now,
where the
I want to
most
know at what point did the FBI and the DOJ decide that Lex Wessner was not a co-conspirator? Because our Epstein Files Transparency Act requires you, please put it back on the screen,
Okay. All right. Let's see here.
to release
Let's see
the
what he's
internal
saying.
decision about whether to prosecute him or not, and it's not in the files, and it's not in the
Okay.
files for
You can
any of
pause.
these
This
other
is,
men.
I didn't even see this clip, but this is essentially what I'm saying. Is that why you played this?
Yeah, no, I'm playing it for
Can
a
I-
different reason. I'm going to get go
And
ahead.
Adam, you make a fantastic point.
Well, explain it to Tom.
No, hear me out. This is your. I understand 1,000% your point. Nobody talked about it. Nobody cared about it. The only problem about Pam Bondi, besides the connection of her and Florida and coming in after Epstein and being the AG here, hear me out. Don't make the promises. Don't come in front of the camera and say, we have this, we have 10,000 videos, and we're going to show you. Don't be Kash Patel.
I agree with you.
Hold on. Don't be Kash Patel and say this, and I'm going to do this on day one, this. Those other idiots didn't make the promises because they all kept their mouths shut. When you come out and say, I promise, I'm going to show you, I'm going to promise, and then we ask for it, and you're blocking shit, and you're covering up stuff, you're deleting this, and you're hiding co-conspirators, that's the difference. You're right. None of them talked about it because they're all implicated. All of their donors, all their friends, all their people, all the judges, all the presidents, and everything. Don't make the promise. Keep your mouth shut. That's how you kick it down kick the can down the street. That's the problem.
Well,
she made the promise.
And don't go to lunch in Washington, D.C. and shoot your mouth off to somebody and get overheard in a public restaurant.
Would you put Pam Bondi in the top 5 best performing people that they've appointed, or the bottom 5?
Bottom 5.
It's closer to the bottom, probably.
Okay, then guess what, guys? Respectfully, okay? There are certain jobs that everybody gets that's way over your head, okay?
Mm-hmm.
It's happened to everybody. You have to find a way to do the same thing you did to Waltz. What was Michael Waltz? What was the guy's name? What was the guy that was signaling to Israel, whatever he was doing?
He's right.
What are they talking about now? Dude, I'm a little lost. I kind of see what they're saying, but I'm kind of a little bit lost. Granted, can you guys fill me in? Do you guys understand what the fuck they're talking about?
He had a big job.
Waltz.
Anybody in the
Mike
chat?
Waltz.
Do you guys know what they're talking
met him.
about?
Mike Waltz.
Yeah, nice guy.
Because if I'm missing something, man, I don't know what I'm missing here.
But guess what? When that happened, what did they do? Hey,
Resign.
you go do UN.
Yep.
You go do, what was the job that he got? Yeah, United
Ambassador
States
somewhere?
ambassador to
Yep.
UN.
Yep.
You go do that. You go over here. We didn't fire you. You saved face. Take Bondi, move her off to a different job.
I agree.
I don't think this is Bondi's job.
I agree 100%.
I think then also the market will react in their own way, or Bondi can simply resign and step down and go and do her own thing. But I think this continuing this way,
Or
Trump, we looked at some numbers. You know what Trump's turnover ratio was in his first administration? 43% in the first year.
43%?
Fired left and right. You know what
Damn.
it is today? 28, 29. Trump's not firing people.
Yeah.
He's not firing.
He should be firing Pam Bondi and Kash Patel, though. They are severely incompetent. They deserve to get fired. But if you guys think that, however, if you guys think that the Epstein files are out of this world, like crazy, disturbing, please subscribe to the channel. If you guys love Donald Trump as much as I do, please subscribe to the channel. If you guys think that JD Vance 2028 will make the world great, subscribe to the channel, man. Let's go. Now, I love JD Vance, though, so subscribe to the channel if you love JD Vance as much as I do. Let's go.
People. And he's got to sometimes. I think he's got to fire somebody, and this is not a good look because she made the promises. She said these are the things we're going to do.
Yep.
And she got caught with James O'Keefe. And James probably likes Pam and didn't want to drop it. And he sent it to them saying, we're about to drop this. Then Pam comes in front of camera and says what they have. This is and this is true story. This is not like we're making stuff up. So for me, I think it's time. And I was hoping to see a different kind of...
Yeah, look, I think they need to fire Pam Bondi. Absolutely. Fire Pam Bondi, straight up. Just freaking fire her, bro. Fire Pam Bondi. Trump, if you can hear me, fire Pam Bondi and Kash Patel if possible. They both suck. I think both are severely incompetent and don't deserve to be in the positions that they're in. Let's go.
Of a hearing, I don't think she performed well at all.
I'll just go.
Oh, and also Pam Bondi's a total Karen, and I think she's kind of a psycho. So I would not. I think she's one of the worst performing people in the administration. Fire Bondi first, and then fire Kash Patel second.
Quick. I think the reason he's not firing these people who are quote unquote performing badly, Pam Bondi, Kristi Noem, Kash Patel, is because they're doing what Trump wants them to do. If they were stepping out of line, this is my opinion, they were stepping out of line for what Trump wanted, they'd be gone in an instant. You're fired. What are the chances that Trump is having closed door meetings with Pam Bondi, Kristi Noem?
Of course he is.
And he's saying, Pam, I need you to do this. Step up, Christy. You're doing this. Put a little more makeup on. Cash, let's go. Get out there, buddy. He's a leader, and they're going to follow his lead. So if they're stepping on a line, that's when I think they'll get fired. If they're towing the company line and doing what Trump wants them to be doing, I think that's why they're safe.
I'm looking up a few facts about Jeffrey Epstein that people may not know as well. Just quick heads up.
He keeps saying that Kristi Noem's doing a good job. He keeps saying that Pam Bounty's doing a good job. We see him very close with Lutnick. If they were stepping out of favor, they'd be gone. That's my opinion.
You're guessing at best, and I'm not going to name names. Pat knows what I'm talking about.
So what you're about to do is guess at best. Well, go ahead.
No, not at all. There are people that are there with the administration.
Tom's going to be the last one, and we're moving on.
I'm not going to lie. This older gentleman right here also kind of pisses me off. Everybody on this show, I swear, this is like this is a podcast for millennials and boomers. Because I believe that millennials and boomers are basically the same generation at this point. But yeah, this podcast sucks so badly. Oh man, the PBD podcast, man. There is nothing more cringeworthy than the PBD podcast. I can't, dude. Sometimes I just fucking can't. I just can't. Like, the PBD podcast is like lowest of the low, and I feel bad for even reacting to this stupid channel. Hey, we're at 8,190 subscribers, you guys. We're only 10 subscribers away from hitting 8,200. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you love JD Vance as much as I do, please subscribe to the channel. If you think that Epstein was a terrible freaking human being, subscribe to the channel. If you guys think that Pam Bondi needs to be fired ASAP along with Kash Patel, please subscribe to the channel. I love Trump, but he's got to fire those two.
Go ahead.
There are people with the administration who are stacking up what they see every day, and not everybody is aligned with Trump.
Oh, shit, dude. Stocks Family Farm says, this is my boy TJ, by the way, says Alex Rosen posted about the event on Facebook and named the guy that called me out. Who's exposed? Whoa, really? Oh, I got to look this up, dude. Hold on. I got to look this up, guys. This is important. Give me 1 second. I'm going to see what Stocks Family Farm's talking. I want to see what my boy TJ's talking about here real quick. I'm going to see if I can pull up the post. Alex, so he posted it on Facebook, you said? Okay. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to find Alex Rosen's official page. Wait, what's his Facebook page called? Like, what's I'm gonna look up Alex Rosen official Facebook page. Let's look on Google real quick. Google will probably lead me to the right path. Pedo Hunter. Oh, just Predator Poachers? Okay, hold on. Predator Poachers official Facebook page. Okay. I think I found it. Here we go. Give me 1 second, you guys. I'm trying to find it. Let's see. Did he recently posted this? Let's see. Oh, this is a group. Hold on. This is not the Pred Poachers. Is this the official one? This is, yeah, here we go. Okay. Oh, here we go. This is on Predator Poachers. No way. Posted 18 hours ago. Let me put it up on the board real quick. So the post reads specifically. Let's Can we view the Okay. So it's groomer. It says this is from Pred Poachers. Official is in Coos Bay, or is he actually in Coos Bay? No, he's probably just saying this is happening in Coos Bay. It says groomer alert. This is crazy. This is wild. I'm going to read this to you guys. This is cool. So it says groomer alert. Just got word. Let's see. Just got word of this family-friendly drag show crap going down in Coos Bay, Oregon. All ages event with dudes in dresses prancing around kids. They call it a safe space. This is, just, by the way, I'm just quoting this from Pred Poacher's official Facebook page. They call it a safe space, and allies to celebrate who we are. Yeah, by exposing. Yeah, I agree. Ugh. Kids don't need this. Kids do not need this BS. They can't even decide what cereal to eat, but sure, let's confuse them with. I agree. Yeah, exactly. Predators love hiding in plain sight. Don't let them near your kids. Exactly. And this sort of thing is disturbing. Besides, it's not a... Okay, so in all ages, not a... I'm sorry. Grown adults should not be interacting with kids at a prom, all ages prom. That just sounds so weird. Ugh. First off, there should be an age limit. Like, guess what? This is a prom for people who are of the ages 13 to 17. There should not be an all ages prom. That just feels weird. That actually feels pretty weird. I don't like that at all, dude. Oh, the other Predator Poachers page has the comment about Sal Carruthers. Oh yeah, dude, Sal sucks, dude. Sal's terrible, dude. Let's see, what's the other one? So there's another Predator Poachers page. Let me see if they actually let's see. Just locals. Educational. Oh, here we go. So it says, Jorge Gomez says, the guy that will be at your family-friendly all-age welcome event, they're totally not groomers, guys. Well, yep, here it is. Oh, God. Yeah, that's wild. That's funny. And this is all just from Facebook, by the way. This is all publicly out there on Facebook. So, yeah, protect the kids. This feels like a... Yikes. The more I look into this, though, the more this just feels like grooming at a massive scale. But yeah, no, this is grooming at a massive... This feels like grooming. I didn't know it was an all-ages prom. You know, when I heard they were doing that little prom thing, all I heard was, they're doing a prom. I thought it was just going to be for kids. Like maybe high school kids or something like that, Instead, it's a prom for all ages. Dude, that sounds like a groomer fest. That has groomer written all over it, bro. Groomer written all over the fuck of it, bro. Amazing. Holy crap. There's going to be a drag show as well. My God. It just feels weird that this is... I don't like the fact that it's an all-ages event. This is where pedophiles come in. This is how pedophiles... This is grooming. That's grooming. What the fuck? Oh, my God. What the fuck happened to this world, man? Ugh. Yeah, ET says yes, Canada respects the suspect more than the victims. Absolutely, they do. TJ, I don't even know what to say anymore, man. This is I didn't know it was an all ages event. I did not know I thought it was for kids only, man. For some reason, I thought it was for kids only. The fact that all ages are welcome to a not a phase prom. I know it's an LGBTQ thing, but all ages, really? I feel like you're really opening things up here. You're opening things up in a bad way. This is not good, bro. This is not good. Crazy though, man. Yeah, this Sal guy is so creepy, dude. Sorry, I'm looking into this a little further. Let's just keep. I don't even want to be. This guy creeps me out, man. Let's just keep watching Pat Bet. I'm not a big fan of Pat Bet David's show, but we'll keep watching.
Some people are ahead of Trump. Some people are not ahead of Trump, and they're on point. And Pat and I heard a list that went top to bottom that we're not going to repeat. That was factual. I'm not guessing. Not all that cabinet is aligned, and they're not gathering with a huddle and following the boss the way you just indicated. So let's just leave that there. Not everybody is there.
Then they would be fired.
Action. We'll get elected president, and then you can take care of it. But that's what's going on.
That makes no sense.
All right, let's go to the next story. Let's go to the next story.
A new Faith Over Fear hat is coming soon to a theater near you. But I just wanted
to.
This morning I was listening to Billy Graham, which Pat, you told me to.
Vinny, look, I respect the whole Faith Over Fear thing. Cool, but I don't know why I just can't stand Vinny. He just gets angry all the time and shouts over everybody.
To listen to him, you're like,
pisses me off.
Dive in and listen to him. So I'm getting ready in the morning. I'm just listening to Billy Graham, and he said something that I hadn't heard in a while, and it was the Apostle Thomas. When Jesus rose from the dead, Thomas wasn't there to see the resurrection. So Thomas goes.
Oh, it looks like my boy TJ just sent me a link real quick to the. Oh, wow. So the Predator Poachers page is saying important for Oregon residents. A convicted sax offender, Salvatore, I don't know how much I could dox somebody on here, but so we'll say Salvatore, is going to be at the event tomorrow. This is a post right here on the Predator Poachers. I'll just show it. It's an official post on Facebook from the Predator Poachers, so I don't know. That's what it says right here from Predator Poachers. That's crazy, man. Well, and here's the thing, man. What's the term? What's the old term? What's the old saying go? I don't know. Where there's food, there's flies. I don't know. That's the thing. The pedos are going to go where the kids are at. That's what the pedophiles do. They go where the kids are at. Simple as that. And having an all-ages drag queen prom thing, that just... I'm not against... Look, if you guys want to have a drag queen prom, totally fine. But I think it's not a good thing for kids to see. I don't know. I feel like it's just weird. I am not a fan of adults hanging out with children in that way. It just feels weird. It feels wrong. And I thought it was, look, if you want to do a little prom where it's like, hey, age 13 to 17, LGBTQ, whatever, that's fine. As long as there are not like grown adults trying to do weird things with these kids. That's the weird part. That's the part that freaks me out. Rest in peace, Virginia. Oh. Hell yeah.
I'll believe that he rose if I get to put my hands in his wounds and in his side. So then he finally sees Jesus, and he goes in there. He goes, God, Thomas, God, put your hands in here. And Jesus looks at him and goes, because you have seen me, you believe. Blessed of those who haven't seen me and still believe. And in that moment, Tom, it hit me. He's talking about us, okay? We weren't there. We didn't see Jesus walk. We didn't see him die. We didn't see him rise from the dead, but we believe, and that is faith in real time. And he's talking about us. And the last one, you mentioned the story about the Nigeria that we're sending 200 troops. Trump is sending 200 troops. They're saying they're not going to do anything crazy, but think about that. Think about the priests. Think about the parishioners in those churches that were bombed and murdered and slaughtered, and they were in that church praying and saying, please help. That is faith over fear in real time, and that's what we're about. That's what the brand is about. And I can't tell you how many people see.
Yeah, make sure you guys check out the Faith Over Fear collection from Pat Bet David. I'm not a big fan of the Pat Bet David show overall, but yeah, no, check out their merch, man. You know, they've been supplying us some pretty cool clips, so I want to support them in any way I can by encouraging people to check out their Faith Over Fear collection. Hell yeah. TJ says I'm going to document who shows up with kids and who leaves with kids to see if it's the same. Oh, dude. Honestly, that's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea at all, bro. Yeah, the whole thing just feels so weird to me. You know what I mean? I really think it's strange when adults, if it creeps, it gives me the heebie-jeebies when adults want to hang out with random children. That's scary. That is disturbing behavior. You don't want to do that. That's just, why would you, just, yuck. It's going to be a pedo fest. That's what it's going to be. It's going to be a total pedo fest. It's going to be a bunch of creepy pedos going to that thing, man.
Me with the shirt, because the shirt's on the back, and just tap me on the back and go, I'm with you. Or they see the...
Yeah, an all ages prom, that just, you might as well just say a groomer prom, right? You might, instead of calling it an all ages prom, just call it groomer prom. Groomer prom. That's what it is. It's a groomer prom.
This hat, and they go,
that is
where can I get
so
that hat?
fucking
so you can go
disturbing.
On VTmerch.com, get the hat. We have the hoodies. We have Here Am I, Send Me, which is Isaiah chapter 6.
And by the way, for anybody saying that I'm just mad that it's an LGBTQ thing, no. I would be mad if it was like for example, like, hey, we're going to do a straight all ages prom. That would scare me too, because I don't think adults should be trying to hang out with kids in any sort of setting that's called a prom. That just feels weird. Only kids should be intentionally hanging out with kids in that sort of setting. I don't even care if it's straight or gay. I don't really care. An all ages prom in any capacity is fucking weird. And it reeks of groomer. It is groomer shit. This is straight up groomer 101. This is Groomer 101. A few of the live streamers from the TPUSA. Yeah, I won't be able to go to the event, unfortunately, because my girlfriend and I are going to be, having dinner and stuff like that. We're also, I think we might even be home that night. I don't know. We'll figure out what we're doing, but yeah, I'm going to be hanging out with my girlfriend, so I won't be able to show up to that. And I don't even think I'd want to show up to that, to be honest. It just feels weird. I mean, anybody who wants to, document what's happening, you go for it, because I think there needs to be some watchdogs around there, especially because there's going to be a lot of groomers. There's going to be a lot of... Dude, anytime in all ages prom, like I said, I don't care whether it's an LGBTQ thing, a straight thing, or anything. Anything that says all ages prom should be a major red flag. An all ages prom of any kind is a major red flag. Stop it. It's an excuse for older creeps to try to hook up with young children. It's disturbing. Come on, does anybody not see where I'm coming from here? It's disturbing.
Verse 8 as well. But yeah, go
It's
to
weird.
btmerch.com and pick it up.
If you enjoyed this video, you want to
But yeah, this all ages prom shit, dude, that scares me, dude. That's just weird.
watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.
Yeah, let's see. Don't care much about Pat Bet David. Oh, here we go. CNN, which is fake news, by the way. I do believe that CNN's fake
from the
news.
Jeffrey Epstein files
Top Goldman Sachs lawyer resigning amid Epstein fallout.
has now reached one of the largest investment banks in the world, Goldman Sachs. The bank's chief legal officer.
Well, it doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me at all. You want to know why? Because it was pretty much the elites who were hanging out with Jeffrey Epstein. So it doesn't surprise me that a lawyer from Goldman Sachs got caught with her hand in the cookie jar. That doesn't surprise me in the slightest. It doesn't.
Sir Kathy Ruemmler now
No way.
says she is resigning. In recent weeks, she has weathered numerous stories examining her relationship with Epstein over the years. Ruemmler is a former White House counsel to President Obama. She and those around her have insisted that her relationship with Epstein, it was a professional relationship through and through.
Oh, hey, you guys, we're at 8,193 subscribers. Once again, we're at 8,193 subscribers. We're only 7 subscribers away from hitting 8,200. So if you guys can, please subscribe to the channel. Every subscriber counts. Every subscriber matters. All subscribers' lives matter. Subscribers' lives matter. Please subscribe to the channel. Let's go.
Through and ended. A spokesperson for Ruemmler declined to answer some of the detailed questions sent to them from CNN, but said that Ruemmler said this, has done nothing wrong, has nothing to hide, nothing in the record suggests otherwise, adding that Ruemmler has been clear and consistent from the outset. She knew
Epstein.
him through her work as a criminal defense attorney, shared a client with him, received referrals from him, and was friendly in that professional context. After her announcement, her resignation announcement, the CEO of Goldman Sachs, David Solomon, told CNN this. Throughout her tenure, Kathy has been an extraordinary general counsel, and we are grateful for her contributions. He went on to say, I accepted her resignation, and I respect her decision.
An exclusive K-File report uncovering new details about top Goldman Sachs executive and former Obama White House counsel Kathy Ruemmler's relationship with Jeffrey Epstein.
Epstein. Yeah, Jeffrey Epstein.
Between Epstein and Ruemmler, a woman he once called his, quote, great defender, shows discussions about Epstein's legal and reputational troubles, as well as more personal communications, like plans for a proposed trip to Epstein's Island.
Yeah, hanging out in Epstein, way down in Epstein's Island.
And gifts he'd given her.
Oh, my God.
Ruemmler has repeatedly said she regrets ever knowing Epstein and that she had, quote, no knowledge of any new or ongoing unlawful activity on his part. That's her quote. Out front now, K-File.
Oh, come on. Come on. She knew why she was going to that island. She knew exactly why she was going to that pedo island, bro. She knew exactly why. 100%, dude. And what could be wrong with that? 100. Hey, guys, don't forget to check out the Predator Poachers Facebook page. So the Predator Poachers Facebook page is actually covering an all-ages prom that's happening here in Coos Bay. The fact that it's an all-ages prom, and it's like an LGBTQ thing where, like, dudes are dressed up in drag and stuff like that and dancing for the children, that's weird. Like, dude, if straight guys started dancing for kids, I would find that weird. Any adults interacting with kids in a way like that, just it's inappropriate, it's disgusting, it's criminal. So I don't care whether you're straight or gay. An all ages prom is despicable, in my opinion. I think it's disgusting, and it's basically going to attract every single pedo in Coos Bay. By the way, what I still can't remember the old term. I can't remember that. Anyway, but yeah, I guess you could say where there's smoke, there's fire. You know what I mean? Where there's smoke, there's fire, I guess. But I will say this. But yeah, no, the thing is, I think the whole thing that scares me though about in all ages prom, dude, that's groomer shit. That is a groomer activity, whether you like to admit it or not. Because anytime, first off, in all ages proms are meant for children. If you want to have an adult prom, have an adult prom, but do not drag children into this. If you guys wanted to set up a prom, I don't know, for kids that are like 13 to 17 or whatever, that's reasonable. Okay. But the fact of the matter is there are adults interacting with these kids who are strangers, by the way, who are probably groomers. That's weird. I am not on board with an all ages prom. I think it's disgusting, and I think we need to shine a light on that. So there is an all ages prom that's happening in Coos Bay, specifically, and it's an all ages prom. An all ages prom. That is disturbing, disgusting, and sick. Thank you guys for subscribing, though. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for subscribing to the channel. The more subscribers we get, the better. We're currently sitting pretty at 8,193 subs. Once again, we're sitting at 8,193 subscribers. If you guys can, please tap the subscribe button. It does help the channel grow. We're trying to get to 8,200 subscribers by the end of this particular stream. Thank you guys. Thank you all you guys for all your efforts. You guys have made this show exactly what it needs to be, exactly what I love it to be, and you guys make this show go round. You spin me right round, baby, right round like a record, baby, right round, round, round. I appreciate you guys. I'm going to take a piss and let's see. Yeah, give me a moment though. I'm gonna take a piss. I'm gonna drink some pomegranate juice in front of you guys. So please take the time to subscribe to the channel. And also take the time to like the stream, too. The more likes we get, the better. It does help us grow in a lot of ways. You guys are incredible. You guys do make the stream go better. You guys make the whole show go round. And I appreciate all you guys for being so incredible. One moment. Plane's gonna land way down in Epstein. All right, let's see here. Give me just a moment. One more moment, everybody. Hey, thank you guys for tapping the subscribe button, though. The more subscribers we get, the better. We're currently sitting at 8,196 subs. Once again, we're at 8,196 subscribers. Thank you guys for taking the time to subscribe to the channel. It really does help the channel grow. Now, back to the show. Hey, we're only 4 subscribers away from hitting 8,200. Let's go, bro.
Kaczynski, who has been breaking all of this reporting. So, Andrew, what have you found?
Well, Aaron, these new messages reveal even more details about Kathy Ruemmler's relationship with Jeffrey Epstein, a relationship that, according to these emails, both of them described as a friendship. There are hundreds of email exchanges.
They were homies, bro.
Some of the messages, they discuss Epstein's legal battles and reputational problems after his 2008 conviction. Other communications between the two include plans for a proposed trip to Epstein's Island and responses to gifts he'd given Ruemmler.
I think the more that people look into these files, they're going to start to realize that all the elites, all the people in, not all the people, but they're going to find that a lot of people in government, a lot of people in positions of power, whether you're the CEO of a company, whether you're one of their top lawyers, top G, people are going to find that a lot of these elite billionaires were hanging out with Epstein and doing creepy satanic shit on that island.
And she wrote, quote, "Totally tricked out by Uncle Jeffrey today. Jeffrey
totally tricked out by Uncle Jeffrey today. Jeffrey Boots, handbag, and what?" Oh my God. You got to be kidding me, dude. Am totally tricked out by Uncle Jeffrey today. Jeffrey Boots, handbag, and watch. Dude, Jeffrey Epstein, man. Oh, what a grifter, dude. What a kiss ass, bro. What a kiss ass. Crazy.
Boots, handbag, and watch. Now, in some of these back and forth messages,
do you think that she was a sugar baby for Epstein? Do you think that I think Epstein probably tapped her ass a couple times. I wouldn't be surprised, allegedly.
Ruemmler discussed personal matters in her life. She expressed gratitude for their, quote, friendship, sometimes concluded her messages to Epstein with the sign-off XO and XOXO. There's one example we found where Ruemmler sent Epstein a message on his 62nd birthday in 2015 to wish him well, writing, "I hope you enjoy the day with your one true love," adding a smiley face. Epstein replied with a raunchy note and an apparent reference to masturbation, writing, "They say men usually give a name to their penis, as it would be inappropriate to make love to a total stranger." Now, after receiving Epstein's...
Hey, we're at 8,197 subscribers. 8,197. Thank you guys for tapping the subscribe button. The more subscribers we get, the better. We're only... Who wants to be my 8,200th subscriber? We're only 3 subscribers away from hitting that goal. Let's get it.
Racy reply. Ruemmler responded, "Hard to believe there is still an open question about whether men are the inferior gender."
Okay. So what has Ruemmler said about this message?
Well, Aaron, we asked them about that, and they referred this exchange. Ruemmler and her communications team referred CNN's questions about this to her attorney, Tom Clare, and this is what he told us. He said, quote, "The fact is, Ms. Ruemmler does not make any statement about Epstein's penis. She does not reference it. She does not joke about it. She does not banter with Epstein about it. She does not accede to Epstein's unsolicited, gratuitous remarks about men and their penises, nothing. Her participation in the entire exchange I think he meant is, limited to wishing Epstein a happy birthday, ridiculing Epstein for the remark, and exiting the exchange."
Okay, so the files also reveal new details about how Ruemmler advised Epstein regarding some of his legal and reputational problems. So what more can you tell us about that tonight?
Well, yeah, that's right, Aaron. In one exchange from February 2015, Ruemmler addressed a Crimes Victims' Rights Act lawsuit brought by Epstein's accusers. That's the lawsuit which sought to reopen his so-called sweetheart plea deal from 2008. Ruemmler wrote to Epstein, I told you that the CVRA case is about money. And in another message after inquiring about which lawyer was handling the case, Ruemmler wrote, victims' rights, my ass. In another message from July 2015, Ruemmler forwarded Epstein a New York Times story which featured critics of sex offender registries like the one Epstein had been listed on for years by then. Did you see the New York Times story, Ray? Misapplication of sex.
Interesting. This is so interesting, man. Hey, I want to thank Trent Bonner.
Laugh out loud.
Thank you, Trent Bonner. Hey, let's give a shout out to Trent Bonner. By the way, he might be the 8,200th. Let's take a look. Everybody give a shout out to Trent Bonner. Thank you for subscribing to the channel, bro. I appreciate it. Let me pull up the subscriber count real quick. Hey, we're at 8,200. I think Trent. I'm assuming, and this is an assumption. I don't know how true this is, but I'm assuming that Trent Bonner is our 8,200th subscriber. Congratulations.
Laugh out loud.
Trent Bonner, thank you for subscribing, bro. That's the sound of my cheeks clapping, by the way. No, thank you for subscribing, man. I really do greatly appreciate it, and let's keep going, man. Let's keep rolling, man. Let's keep rolling.
Offender registry, thinking about whether there is an opportunity there, Ruemmler wrote. Now, a spokesperson for Ruemmler told CNN in a statement that Epstein, quote, sought informal advice and she provided feedback based on her understanding at the time without any formal involvement.
Okay. Well, you also found emails that show Ruemmler responding to an invitation from Epstein to visit that infamous private Caribbean island, right?
Yeah, that's right. Absolutely. According to the newly released files, Ruemmler at one point inquired about taking a, quote, day trip to Epstein's private island. In a January 16, 2017 email that you can see right here, Epstein asked if he could have a plane pick her up in St. Lucia to fly her to, quote, the island. Ruemmler replied asking, can we take a day trip to the island on Saturday, or is it too far?
Way down in Epstein's island.
Emails then show a week later Epstein appearing to coordinate a private jet to pick her up and referencing a copy of Ruemmler's passport. This trip appears to have fallen through, though, with Ruemmler writing 2 days later there was, quote, still too much risk in the air. Later that year, a topic of the island actually came up again in messages between the two. After Hurricane Irma damaged the island, Ruemmler mused about traveling there to help Epstein clean up, writing, you know how much I like physical labor. It's unclear whether Ruemmler ever visited the island, and she has denied ever going there.
Crazy, though, but she sounds like Uncle Jeffrey. Uncle Jeffrey Epstein, bro, was hooking this gal up, dude. She called him Uncle Jeffrey, bro. What the F?
Okay, so what is she saying about these emails then?
So, Aaron, Jennifer Connelly, Ruemmler's spokesperson, declined to answer some of the detailed questions from CNN, but she told us this, quote, Ms. Ruemmler has done nothing wrong and has nothing to hide. Nothing in the record suggests otherwise. Jeffrey Epstein was a man of 1,000 faces. Ms. Ruemmler only saw the one he put on to win people over and gain credibility.
I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, look. I don't know.
Acceptance. Her views were shaped by that and his denials of any wrongdoing other than what he had pled guilty to years prior. Ms. Ruemmler has been clear and consistent from the outset. She knew him through her work as a criminal defense attorney, shared a client with him, received referrals from him, and was friendly in that professional context. At times, Epstein sought informal advice, and she provided feedback based on her understanding at the time without any formal involvement. Ms. Ruemmler has deep sympathy for those harmed by Epstein, and if she knew then what she knows now, she never would have dealt with him.
Well, yeah, and you can't, by the way, when you're dealing with certain clients, you can't know every single thing about them. And sometimes you think that they're doing things out of goodwill. You know, they may be giving you gifts, or they just may be thankful and expressing their, you know, so there could have been a reason. She probably called him Uncle Jeffrey because maybe he was just really nice to her. I don't know. They could have had a weird thing going on. I have zero clue. But it's tough to say. I don't know why she would resign from her position, though. That makes zero sense. Why not just defend who you are and be like, this is who I am. I didn't know that he was such a monster. You know what I mean? And I think that her stepping down is kind of basically her saying that, like, yeah, there's more to this and it's probably in the files. So it's probably going to be a lot more revealed in the files here pretty soon, sadly.
All right, Andrew Kaczynski from K-File with more incredible reporting on this story. Thank you.
Joining me right now is Gretchen Carlson, the co-founder of Lift Our Voices nonprofit that works to end mechanisms that prevent survivors of sexual assault.
Yeah, and look, I think that survivors of sexual assault should be able to come out as quickly as possible, preferably, because here's the thing. I think that when people wait too long to come out and say something, at least report it to the police, that's a problem. You got to report it to the police ASAP, right? That matters. Oh, we got 6-7 likes. Oh my God, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7. Oh no, 6-7. But crazy though, crazy.
Assault and harassment from being able to speak out publicly has been a very important voice in this conversation through and through. Thanks for being here.
Good to see you.
So you see this, Kathy Ruemmler announcing this resignation. This is really the first real fallout, I think we could say, or consequence that has happened in the United States from the release of the Jeffrey Epstein files. What do you make of that?
What it says to me is that this is all about power, right? And that it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman or a Republican or a Democrat or an independent. Power use.
Well, there were a lot of Democrats on that list, just to let you guys know. So don't. I mean, there were Republicans on there too. Don't get me wrong, but definitely he smoozed a lot of Democrats, bro.
All of that.
A lot of Democrats.
Especially when you're involved in this level of power. I don't think we should be surprised to see women who are on the Democratic side or otherwise being the people that are going to fall
Uncle
down
Jeffrey, bro.
Now, whether or not she did anything illegal.
Uncle Jeffrey, dude. I can't believe she called him Uncle Jeffrey. That is so weird. I mean, knowing what we know now, it is kind of a weird look. Way down on Epstein's Island. But I do want to thank everybody for taking the time to subscribe to the channel. It really does help the channel grow in a lot of ways. Let's keep going.
Legal is not what the question here is. The question is that she continued an association with a known child sex trafficker. And
oh yeah, I guess it was known at the time, huh? Uncle Jeffrey, bro.
To receive gifts
Uncle
in
Jeffrey.
Return. And so this is very
Hey, at least she got free gifts out of the deal.
Laugh out loud.
Keith Stubblefield, thank you, Keith. Let's give a shout out. This is the sound of my cheeks clapping in excitement. That's the sound of my cheeks clapping. Thank you, Keith Stubblefield, for subscribing. You know what? One more time, let's give Keith Stubblefield a round of applause for subscribing to the channel.
Laugh out loud.
That is, once again, the sound of my cheeks clapping.
questionable that somebody should be as high up as she is at Goldman Sachs. It's a huge question of judgment.
That same question goes to so many.
Hey, we got 8,203 subscribers, you guys. I want to thank everybody for taking the time to subscribe. It really does mean a lot, and you guys make this channel go round. I appreciate you all, and let's keep going. We're also almost to 100 likes. We're almost to 100 likes on this stream as well.
More people now, right, that are coming out in these files. This is the first and only so far person to face consequences, and not one of the people, though, that is listed in FBI document as a co-conspirator of Epstein's, right? This is that whole thing that Tom Massey and Ro Khanna, they went in, they read through the files, they said they found 6 names that were redacted, that were listed by the FBI as co-conspirators. They went to the floor, they read the names, then they're unredacted. Overseas,
Okay.
and nothing from that. Overseas, you have a prince, an ambassador, senior diplomats, top politicians, all brought down by the Epstein files. All in Europe, not in the United States. I don't know what to do with this.
Well, I think it's completely contingent on this administration. I mean, they have been the ones that have called it a hoax. They have been the ones that have not, had any sort of admiration for the survivors and the kind of bravery that it's taken for them to come forward.
No, and I appreciate what the survivors. I do appreciate what the survivors are doing. They're coming forward. They're being like, hey, we want to reveal all the people. I think they should name names. I think the subscribers need to name names. List the names of the people who were touching you and all that stuff. Tell the authorities, even though you really can't trust the authorities at this point. I don't trust the FBI to save my life. But yeah, I don't know. It's tough, man. It's tough.
And you had Pam Bondi giving one of the most despicable performances 2 days ago in front of that House committee, and not even acknowledging the survivors that were standing behind her. That photo is going to go down in infamy with her back to them. So
it is shocking that she wouldn't even acknowledge them the entire time. Pam Bondi does need to get fired, though. She acted like a total Karen. She should have at least acknowledged the victims of Epstein. But she didn't. She turned a cold shoulder, and that's a little bit surprising, man. E.T. says if you're a survivor, hit the like and subscribe. No. You guys are going to ruin my channel. E.T. and Do, you guys are going to ruin my channel, bro. Do762 says, list the names of the people touching you and don't... No. Oh, man. I never said I was good at optics. I was never good at optics, and 9 times out of 10, I look like the bad guy in this situation. So, and become a subscriber instead of a survivor. Oh, my God. No. Dude, the chat is on fire today, dude. The chat is on fire. Stunt Masta 305 says, I bet the survivors would have dropped charges had they known the Dow was actually 50,000. You gotta be kidding me, man. You gotta be kidding me. That's so... You guys are killing me. The chat is killing me today, man. You guys are making this show way better. Well, you guys always make the show better. The chat always makes the show amazing. So I want to thank you guys for tapping the subscribe button, though. The more subscribers we get, the better. We're close. We're at 8,202 subscribers. We're getting closer and closer and closer every day to 10,000 subs. So please make sure that you guys subscribe to the channel. It does help the channel grow. If you guys think that Epstein was a total piece of shit, please subscribe to the channel. If you love Trump as much as I do, subscribe to the channel. If you want JD Vance 2028, please subscribe. Let's go.
So I think if we had a different administration that really wanted to get to the bottom of this, and I should also mention that they never got to the bottom of it in the Biden administration, the Bush administration, the Obama administration.
There was plenty of opportunities through previous administrations to release this information, but they never did. And you know who released it? Donald Trump. And you know who was one of the original whistleblowers of Epstein? Donald fucking Trump. So it turns out Trump is more innocent than ever, which is crazy to me. Because I was afraid he was probably guilty. But it turns out he was the innocent one the entire time.
But I think now, we've seen such a change in tenor because the survivors are being believed. This movement continues. It's different than those other administrations. And for the last year, there's been nothing but an apparent cover-up to not get to the bottom. Let's not forget also that Ghislaine Maxwell said in a court document in January that she knew of 25 co-conspirators. And then she came before
25 co-conspirators? Shit, dude. That's
the
wild.
House Committee and pled the fifth this week and said, I'm not going to tell you who any of them are unless you give me clemency. Yeah. So the President of the United States today.
Gotta give her clemency. No, just kidding. Just kidding. JK. Give me one more moment, you guys. One more moment. We're going to react to maybe one more video. Yeah, I think we'll react to one more video. Let's see. Give me one moment, you guys. I'm looking into this a little bit further. Let's see. Epstein. Trying to look for something that we haven't reacted to. I mean, we've reacted to a lot of videos, man. We've reacted to a lot of videos, bro. Lots. Lots and lots. Let's see what else we got here. Well, I guess we could watch Mike Florio talk about Steve Tish's contact with Jeffrey Epstein as anything but brief. Let's take a look at that. We'll probably watch like maybe 4 or 5 minutes of it or something like that. That's what I'll think we'll do. Probably around that amount of time. Nothing cray-cray. I don't really care about that. Let's see.
Latest release of Epstein files.
Crazy, man.
Implicates more names than I can even remember. I don't think I've seen the full list, and there have been some reports on sports world figures who have been tied to Jeffrey Epstein. And the biggest name, Steve Tisch, the Giants co-owner, film producer. Emails emerged a couple of weeks ago. The league dealt with it as best they could, or at least in the way that they wanted to, which I think consists of saying as little as possible, doing as little as possible, and waiting for the storm to blow over.
All right.
And I think they thought maybe it had. There was reporting yesterday from the Wall Street Journal and The Athletic with more of the detail.
Hey, I want to thank everybody for tapping the like button, though, on this particular stream. It really does help the channel a lot. It really pushes us out on the algorithm quite a bit. So thank you guys for subscribing to the channel. Thank you guys for tapping the like button. It really means a lot. Let's keep watching.
About the communications.
Let's keep rolling.
And even though Steve Tish's statement that he issued 2 Fridays ago said he had a brief association with Jeffrey Epstein, the emails suggest it was anything but brief, and the emails were exchanged, and the relationship started after he had already served 13 months work release.
You know, I think once we understand human nature a little bit better, here's the thing. I think when you study human nature, you start to get to the bottom of these things. You start to understand things a little bit better. And I think that's what we need to understand is human nature in all this. That's the biggest part about all this crap. Oh, hey, we got Tim Dillon on Epstein.
So every day.
Anytime I can listen to Tim Dillon, I'm happy about this. So we'll listen to Tim Dillon on Epstein.
Epstein-related stories.
Let's go, dude.
Different things that have been revealed from the latest DOJ document dump. And it's hard to pick and choose what we get to talk about because we have limited time. However, here to talk to me about some of those revelations is one of my favorite comedians, Tim Dillon, host
Tim motherfucking Dillon. Let's go,
of
dude.
the Tim Dillon Show. How are you, Tim?
And I thank you. You know, I believe everyone is innocent. And you know, if you read these files with a clear head, your only takeaway is that everyone is innocent and nothing happened.
God, Tim Dillon's so funny, dude. Tim Dillon's the man. Like, he's so incredible, dude. Tim Dillon is the GOAT.
Totally. I mean, that's what Batya and Garsargan said.
By the way, if you guys love Tim Dillon as much as I do, please subscribe to the channel. Yeah, just subscribe. We're a smaller channel by all technicality. I think of myself as a big personality, but we're trying to reach 10,000 subs. So the closer we get to 10,000 subscribers, the easier it gets. So if you can, please tap the subscribe button. It really does help the channel grow. The more subscribers, the more we thrive. And I want to thank everybody for taking the time to tap that subscribe button.
Same with Ben Shapiro.
Let's go, bro.
So we should just take their word for it. Like, what's all the hubbub? Why are people talking about this? But no, I mean, like, honestly, some of the stuff that's shocking to me is really about like Steve Bannon's close relationship with Epstein, because Bannon's been one of the loudest voices in releasing the files. And that makes me...
Well, and I think the reason he has been is because I think he was trying to understand Epstein. I think he was trying to understand him. So the only way to understand somebody is to actually become buddies with them, unfortunately. In this instance, he became buddies with the devil. So that's not a good thing.
Me think maybe he didn't think it was ever going to happen.
Bannon, like, interviewed one time. I didn't know that he had like a relationship with Epstein. I would have asked him. I think, Bannon's a devout Catholic, right?
Laugh out
He's
loud.
a national.
Oh, man, he's a devout Catholic. Hell yeah. Let's see. Thank you, Eric T, for subscribing. Let's give a shout out to Eric T, by the way. That's the sound of my cheeks clapping. Let's give a shout out to Eric T one more time, bro. Thank you for subscribing, Brony. I'm going to put your name back up on the board real quick.
Loud.
Hell yeah. Thanks for subscribing, bro. But yeah, no, overall, that's just how it goes, bro. That's how it goes.
West. Well,
Mm-hmm.
So it's an odd pairing, right? But if you read the documents, they surely had a lot of communication. I guess Bannon was making a documentary?
Mm-hmm.
Is that? Yeah. And Bannon was advising Epstein on how to re-enter polite society.
That's right.
That's uncomfortable, and it seems to be
I do it for the love of the game, bro. Tim Dillon does it for the love of the game. That's what, dude, Tim Dillon's commentary on any politics stuff. It's fucking comedy gold, dude. Comedy fucking gold.
I guess for whatever reason, Bannon thought there was value in a relationship with a guy like Jeffrey Epstein. And that's something he'll have to answer, and he'll have to answer that.
I mean, I would love to hear him talk about it. But so far, despite everything that we've read in the files about Bannon's relationship with Epstein, it seems like Bannon has been relatively unscathed. Like, I don't really see a giant group of people demanding he answer for these communications he had with them, but with Epstein. But let me give you a few examples so the audience knows what we're talking about here. So yes, Bannon was working on a documentary to essentially launder Epstein's image, which is already...
Yeah, you got to make it look better, dude. You got to make Epstein look better.
Not a good look. But Epstein actually gave Bannon some advice in November of 2018. So this is a text message exchange that we're now privy to because of the files that were released. So
hot, yes, hot.
So you should know that the DOJ weirdly redacted Epstein's name in this exchange. No idea why they did that.
Well, it's to protect him. It's to protect the victims.
Exactly. And Steve Bannon's the victim here.
That's probably why
that is pretty funny, actually.
That's just a guess.
That is pretty good.
Right. Yeah, exactly. No, but in this case, it's like you can see Bannon's name. They didn't redact Bannon's name, but they redacted Epstein's name, which is amazing.
This is pretty funny, though. This is honestly funny as shit.
Documents that show the exact same exchange between the two show Epstein's name. That's how we know it's Epstein. But let me read this exchange to you. And it's basically Epstein telling Bannon, yo, you should really consider working in media because that offers you extra protections, right? He says, I'm refocused on you having a press/news base.
This is amazing, dude. This is amazing. So you're saying that Jeffrey Epstein is responsible for encouraging Steve Bannon to get into media? That's wild, bro. That's fucking wild.
Even if it were called The Movement, it is so structurally elegant, privileged, funding, subscriptions. So he basically mentions you'll be able to avoid in-kind treatment, your notebooks, safe. It's.
I mean, this isn't the worst advice in the world. To be honest, this is not. The advice he's given him on this one, it's not necessarily the worst advice in the world.
Etc.
I'm not saying it's like stellar advice either. I'm just saying it's, not the worst advice you could give another person. Give me another moment, though. I want to add a filler image on here. I've been trying to experiment with more filler imagery so that way there's no black space, Like, filler images are really smart to do. At least in my opinion. Bottom filler image. Okay. There's a lot of images I could choose from on this one. Nice. Let's see. What would be a funny image to put on here? Well, I guess, I forgot how many funny AI-generated images I got on my thing. Wild. That's some funny shit, dude. On the screen. Oh yeah, that'll be the that'll be the filler image right here. Borg origins, dude. The Borg. That'll be my filler screen if I have to, like. We'll put that right below the. Let's see, right below that filler image. And actually, what happens when I get rid of both of these? Let's see. What does that look like? That doesn't look too bad. Yeah, so I got at least filler images for both sides. Like, I got the Michael Garza Show at the top, and then, if I want to You know, boom. Let's see here. All right, let's keep going.
Bannon says, you mean have media platform, not
Let's roll.
NGO/political platform. And basically at that point, Epstein says, yes, you get more protection if, it's not an NGO, if it's not a nonprofit, if it's a for-profit media organization, you have certain press rights, press freedoms, certain protections.
That's honestly pretty sound. That does sound pretty sound. Honestly,
you have to do filings if you have a nonprofit and disclose some of your financials to the public. So he kind of showed the difference there. And a year later, Bannon went on to host War Room on Real America's Voice.
Well, it's also less ominous, right? So if you say like the Soros Open Society Foundation, which I think does do a lot of nefarious things, but all of these NGOs operate, primarily in the shadows, and they don't have for the most part, a lot of them don't have charismatic frontmen. So if you have a media operation and you are a talented broadcaster, it's definitely, it demystifies the entire operation a little bit.
Yeah.
What was also interesting is they had an exchange.
Tim Dillon's making some points, folks. My man's cooking. Love this dude.
Where Epstein said, why don't you own the whole populist right label? Take it from Trump. You should make it your own, but not because you actually believe in populism, but because you're going to use it as a way of manipulating people, which I thought was really interesting too. Now, what is Bannon even looking to protect himself from, right? So that's interesting. There was also this document indicating that Epstein was purchasing a massive amount of sulfuric acid. So I want to show you.
So the sulfuric acid drums, they did kind of debunk that a little bit, but I'm pretty sure that I wouldn't be surprised if they were using it to dissolve bodies, though. That would not shock me in the slightest. But another explanation could be that they were trying to purify the water, not purify, but there's some sort of processes that may include sulfuric acid and what was it, sodium bicarbonate or something? I don't know. I don't know all the details. But overall, it is very suspect. That is very suspect to them even ordering that much sulfuric acid. It's either used to somehow purify the water or dissolve bodies. I don't know. One or the other. Hey, sweetie. That's my theory behind it. But
that
is actually explainable. Sulfuric acid is what Bannon uses on his skin, and so that's it. And I do it too.
Oh, man. This is a great video, you guys. Seriously, I will say that I'm probably only going to I'm just going to react to the rest of this video, and then I'm going to end the stream because I got stuff I got to do. I got a few things I got to take care of, but I don't think I'll be streaming the rest of the day at all. I think I'll be done for the rest of the day, but expect me to start streaming again. Maybe a little bit over the weekend. I don't know. Probably Sunday maybe. We'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling.
So Epstein supposedly ordered that sulfuric acid the day after they opened an investigation into him, which he clearly knew about. He's clearly got people at the FBI in the intelligence community that tipped him off. And I don't know about sulfuric acid. I imagine it would.
I will say this, though. Six 55-gallon drums of sulfuric acid in one big order. I mean, that's sketchy as shit. That is sketchy as fuck.
Material and biological material, potentially, right? Isn't that what it does?
Bingo. And you're right to point out the date of this order. So this is a document for the wire transfer, and it is asked.
Yeah, I'm definitely curious about the date. When was this ordered? This is crazy. And it was a wire transfer request form, too, which is even wild.
6 55-gallon drums of sulfuric acid.
Yeah.
Now, some have said, no, there is a reasonable explanation for this, right? Sulfuric acid can be used for reverse osmosis on, private islands, isolated properties. But the date is important because December 6th, 2018 is when the FBI launched its investigation into Epstein, and that's the same day he bought the sulfuric acid.
Yeah, that's a weird. If that's a coincidence, that's a weird coincidence. I'll tell you that. Those dates, those dates align a little too closely. Oh boy. Especially considering, the FBI was probing into the whole situation. And then all of a sudden, I want to order 6 drums of 55-gallon fucking sulfuric acid. It's like, come on. Put 2 and 2 together here. I'm not much of a religious guy. I'm really not. But some of the stuff that was in those files, man, the satanic stuff, yikes. It's weird. It is weird. And they're probably dissolving the bodies that they killed. I wouldn't be surprised at all. It's messed up.
Why are these properties in the middle of nowhere? Why does he have a ranch in New Mexico in the middle of nowhere? Why does he have an island? There's tons of pedophiles that operate on land. I think that the remote nature of these properties, you would imagine that people disappear.
Hey, I want to thank you guys for tapping the subscribe button, though. The more subscribers we get, the better. We're currently sitting pretty at 8,206 subscribers. Once again, we're at 8,206 subs. I want to thank every single one of you for being part of the process. I mean, we can't do it without you guys on this channel. So the more subscribers we get, the better. We're on pace to 10. We're on pace to 10,000. I can't believe it. We're only 1,800, roughly 1,800 subscribers away from hitting 10,000 subscribers. The dream is coming true, folks. The damn dream is coming true. So I want to thank you. I want to thank each and every one of you guys for making this show what it is. You guys are allowing me to, because when I was I'm not going to lie. I'm going to tell you guys a little bit of a story. When I was younger, I always thought it would be cool to have my own television show. And I was a kid, and I'm not even kidding when I say this. I used to talk into a little tape recorder from time to time, and I used to pretend like I had a little comedy show. So in a weird way, like I almost did like a self-fulfilling prophecy when I was a kid, because I always thought, it would be cool one of these days if I really believed that one day I could kind of do that in the back of my head. I never really let the dream die. Part of me never really let the dream die. So the more I think about it, it's like, damn, as a kid, I kind of had a self-fulfilling prophecy and never even realized it. But my dad actually did have a tape recorder, and I used to record myself doing funny little voices and funny little, like I'm on old time radio, that sort of bullshit, And so I would say that I kind of did a self-fulfilling prophecy in a way, and it's all thanks to you guys. I'm glad I never really let my dream die. I always wanted to do a comedy show / when I was a kid, I didn't know anything about investing. So, but now that I never let the dream die of wanting to do kind of an entertainment show. And the show is real. I started out talking into a little tape recorder, and now here I am talking into a microphone through a computer, all the way to the rest of the internet. So I gotta thank YouTube. First off, thank you, YouTube, for not, I'm not gonna lie, YouTube used to be a bunch of Nazis. They used to like suspend and ban people all the time for like having even slightly risque opinions. Now they're more creator friendly. They've even admitted, I watch a lot of their creator roundup videos, and they've admitted that in the past they were not very nice to some of the content creators back in the day, and that they would ban people like left and right. But now they're a lot more lenient. They understand that people have opinions that are not a part of the collective. So YouTube has become the free speech platform more than anybody else. TikTok would censor my ass in a heartbeat. TikTok is censorship 101. But YouTube has actually become the bastion of free speech. I never thought I'd see the day. I will admit, thank you, Elon Musk, for buying X, because that kind of lit a fire under YouTube's ass to be a little more pro-free speech. And because it lit a fire under YouTube's ass, like, holy shit, X doesn't really ban anybody, so we better stop banning people, because everybody's going to leave our platform for a place where they don't get banned. And also, Rumble's another alternative, too. So you got Rumble, you got X. But YouTube, I think by force of hand, became the anti-censorship platform that it is today. So I do want to thank YouTube for being more accepting of me. And by the way, I have very milquetoast opinions. I have I have very milquetoast opinions. They're kind of, I'm kind of a fence sitter a lot of the time. I'm just in the back of the classroom throwing spitballs at everything. Yeah, and I make fun of the news mainly. I tend to make fun of the news. I think that a lot of the crazy shit that happens is, it's human nature. At the end of the day, a lot of the crazy shit that you see in the world is just human beings being human beings. And in a lot of ways, you can kind of predict what the news headlines are going to be. It's really not tough. Anyway, though, how many viewers do we got right now? Oh, damn, we just got 8,212 subscribers. We just got 6 subscribers in the span of like 5 minutes. Hell yeah. Thank you guys. No, really, thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for subscribing to the channel. You guys make the channel go around. I'll tell you what, though. I've been streaming for about 2 hours and 17 minutes. I'm a little spent at the moment, but don't forget to subscribe. The more subscribers we get, the better. It does help the channel grow. We're really trying to make our footprint on the internet, on YouTube specifically. And it's honestly been a dream come true. And you guys are a part of the dream. And you know what? It's not a dream anymore. It's a reality. So the reality came true. It's a reality come true. You know what? I think we need to change our verbiage. Instead of saying it's a dream come true, you know what? It's a reality come true. Because honestly, if you start believing everything that you... If you kind of believe that everything that you believe can be a reality, then I think dreams are cheap. Believing that something is a dream is cheap. I think believing that something is a reality is concrete. So, anyway, I'm going to stop talking about philosophy and I'm going to let you guys go. But I want to thank each and every one of you for helping the dream come true. Stay safe, stay sexy, and most importantly, don't go to any islands owned by billionaires. Avoid all the islands that you can that are. If a very successful person invites you to an island, just say no. Just say no. That's all you got to do. Just say no thanks.